Hello everyone and welcome you on Verabobko Gallery podcast. My name is Vera and I'm talking to you today from Calgary, Canada. Today is unbelievable sunny day and seems like winter is over. Last time when I record little trip movie was I think -30, -35, something like this. But now it's already like -6 probably, and next week we will have already plus temperature. That seems like winter is over. So my channel is about knitting, crocheting and other fiber related activities, and today we will talk about finished project, knitting finished project, work in progress, my yarn acquisition, and actually not only about yarn, and I hope you will enjoy it. Let's start. So and just sip a coffee today morning. We have pretty late morning, I would say, because it's Saturday and this working week was so hard. I think I work since 8 till 9 p.m. So we just like to spend a little bit more time in bed on Saturdays. And first of all, I would like to share with you what I'm wearing today, and this is my very old, I think it's the second jumper what I did about 3 years ago, maybe more. I don't remember very well. It's made with Soft Donegal Tweed, and I thought that I already don't like it very much, and I put it already in washing machine. I just would like to test it, how yarn what I actually sell in my store, how it will be destroyed if someone will put it in a washing machine. But truly nothing bad happened. When I did it 3 years ago, I believe my sleeves was slightly longer, not very long, but maybe up to this length, but I don't remember already. It was when I did the photos, my neck was much wider and it always dropped from my shoulder. So what I did after like photos I took, I just crocheted with a smaller number of hooks all around my neck and make it a little bit tighter, so now it's not fell anywhere. So yeah, it's 100% merino wool, Soft Donegal Tweed, and I like it truly, but I'm thinking what I will reknit it. Why? If I have so much yarn, because it looks like a t-shirt. It's very plain, just this length, nothing fancy, but as a t-shirt it's a little bit hot to use it in summertime, because tweed not shrink, but it's so solid garment now. And if you use it for springtime, I need a jacket on top, but my raglan line is low than usual because my armpit somewhere here, and I can't put jacket on top, so it's kind of for hot type of weather. But in this city where we are living now, it's my dog again making promenade when I start recording video. Yeah, but in this city where we are living now, it's kind of not very useful garment. I not say that it's bad, but our evenings always chilly, because in the mountains when sun go down it became pretty cold, I would say. So yeah, I'm thinking about reknit it, and after this video I'm planning to record another one what I would like to reknit and remake from my knitting garment. So short story, make it long. Yeah, and let's start talking about my finished garments. So I just leave here a little space where I will put photos if I will have. So, but first finished garment is socks, what I did for my husband. And actually I already gifted these socks to him. From the country where we're from, like we are from Russia, there is a holiday that's called the Day of Motherland's Defender, something like this, but it's became more like Men's Day. It's not like a defender, not people who participate in war, what we did not have for 70 years or something like this. So yeah, it's like a Man Day, and there is a very national joke that everyone gets socks in these days. So we do not celebrate this holiday, but I decided that it's good reason to give him socks, what in any case I did for him. So it's drops Nord yarn, and I use 2.25 millimeter needles, and pattern called for 2.5. So, but I know what my gauge usually a little bit loose compared with everyone, so I use smaller size of needle. And I use a pattern, and for actually this pattern I wanted to try my skills in Russian patterns, because if I think I talked about it already before. I learned how to knit in Canada already. I learned it in English. If I'm talking about books, for example, and patterns, and for me Russian patterns was a little bit more complicated because a lot of words. But I'm doing my best to learn how to read and understand Russian patterns as well, because people not only from Russia, like from Ukraine, from Kazakhstan, like from people who can write in Russian language, are very incredibly talented in garments. So yeah, and I'd like to support new designers as well. So this pattern was written by a Russian designer, and I asked her recently if she planning to translate this pattern in English, and she said that she does, but she just kind of answered what she's a little bit not lazy, but she waiting for motivation or something like this. So hope one day English world will also see this pattern. It's very easy to work, and beautiful detail is strong heel strong heel. That, yeah, it's funny to show, but you will see on the photos as well. And I like how she put it in a garment. It's like all lines go one from another, and it's very beautiful. So these guys, pretty heavy socks. Usually I spend about, I don't know, like 70, 75, 80 grams on socks, men's size. It's US 11, but I spent almost 94, I believe, grams on this pair. But I think because I use smaller size of needle and alpaca yarn, Drops Nord consists, I believe, 35% alpaca. Alpaca usually heavier yarn than just merino. Yeah, and I'm happy I finished it. And on the previous little episode, it was actually not an episode, just travel video, I also showed what I need these socks for my husband as well. And last time was stuck on heel, I believe, because I forgot my second sock with me. But when we came home, I finally finished it. It looks so big because my husband said has huge foot. Yeah. Pattern called Ugly Duckling Socks. It's free pattern on Ravelry, and I put all links on the patterns, even on the Russian pattern, in the description box below, just in case maybe someone, also Russian speakers, people watching my video as well, so I will put for them as description everything below. Yeah, this beautiful yarn, two yarn, one is hand dyed, this one colorful, and another one is just a very plain sock yarn, Rico design sock yarn. And the most wondering thing that I spent only 30 grams of hand dyed yarn on these socks. It's difficult to believe, yeah, because so huge socks and just 30 grams, so it's 15 grams on each sock, and overall it weighed about 86 grams, so a little bit more than one skein of plain solid color. Yeah, I'm so love it. Probably I will do another pair, but for myself, and maybe, I think so, with another contrasting color, because I don't have so much black, I think. The only modification what I will do, again, it's not nothing wrong with the pattern. Pattern actually called for boomerang, short rose heel, and maybe I will do next time what pattern is called, because I think it just will be easy to connect to the main garment. Yeah, but what I will do next time, I did it on DPNs. Main garment I used 2.75 millimeter needles, and firstly I thought that it's too big, but because it's a lot of slip stitches, and in any case it's kind of like a double layer of yarn here, not like a double, but it's much thicker than just one thread, and 2.75 works very well. But on the bottom part, where I just have stripes, I think next time I will use 2.25 millimeter needles, so just one side of the sock I will knit on one needles, and like bottom part on another, because I think it will be more tight. 2.75 on one thread, with my tension it's too much. Yeah, and toes I knit on 2.25 as well, so I just change needle size. My husband very excited about these socks, he likes it a lot, he likes just these colors, I believe. And I also think that it's good decision for example, very bright yarn. Sometimes we just don't know how to like to use it. We can make just plain socks with very bright hand-dyed yarn. We can make helix socks, or for example we can use like this one using in slip stitches pattern, and it works very well as well. So if you like it, you can check out the pattern. It's free on Ravelry. Yeah, I always remove my hairs because I'm afraid you will hear noise on the microphone. Sorry about it. And on the video as well. So I have 2.5 finished objects. It's the same pattern of Russian designer, but on my size. Yes, look, it's so small compared with another one. I will just show you for comparison. How, yeah, this is heels together and this is difference in leg. It's the same number of stitches, and I believe the same needle size. The only thing, it's a little bit shorter as well. This yarn is signature plywood from West Yorkshire Spinners. 400 meters, I believe. 400 meters per 100 ball, because this one is a little bit thicker. Just a second. In a drop snort in these socks is 100 or 340 grams, so it's much thicker. So I use the same number of stitches, and I count number of rows what I need to beginning of the heel. And I have another socks, it's almost finished, but I unravel it because for these socks I also count number of rows. And one day when I finished already heel and I was somewhere here, I just put it together one to one, and one sock, the second sock, was much longer, about 2 centimeters longer. And I thought about just leave it as is or unravel it, and probably I just need to unravel it and start my heel higher. So now it has different number of rows, I think difference in 6 or 7 rows, because my tension changed. I prefer to knit in like centimeters instead of rows, because if I put my garment away and do something different, most of the time my tension change. And yeah, I definitely need this one and this one in different times, so I mean, or one or another. And I think it was a week different between one sock and another, but so tension is different and it's okay. So, and another what I wanted to show you, stitches here is super uneven. If you see it, it's so I hope it will be better after washing. I didn't wash it yet, but you see how it's not beautiful. And after I finish heel, I put my sock on very small miniature needles from Chagu. Truly to say, it's not convenient for me to knit on it, because I feel like I'm a giant with huge hands trying to manipulate with something small. But I do my best. I'm trying to knit on it because I bought it. And what I definitely noticed, how stitches became beautiful. So this is back and forth rows here, and after, yeah, it's so even. I hope you see it. So yeah, because I know some people need not only socks with this yarn, but like big garments, like a jumper or something, and definitely it's not looks as my socks. And I think on circular knitting with maybe the same tension on all around, it looks more beautiful. But I hope it will change on change after washing. I will count it already like for you as finished object, because I think I will not wait all month and show you it as a finished garment, because I would like to use it. But next time I will show you, I will tell you about yarn, how it goes with the yarn, because I never used it before. So I just have to finish a little bit more rows before starting toe, and when I will start toe I go back to depends. Yeah, and this is, so it's kind of like a finished garment, but it's not finished, but half of the project done and a little bit less remain. And let's talk about work in progress. I have, yeah, you see it here, I have huge work in progress, but for me it already feels like a finished object, because part what I did was so huge, so difficult, that like remain part will be like for me as another object. hope what you mean. This is my first color work in big garment, and this is Birkin sweater. And last time I told you what I'm planning it to do it like a lilac bush colorway, and this is what I did. And if you see, he's a little bit pink. That is the same color it's actually left over from my color. I think I have about 10 grams left, probably something about it, and I used that very little bowl for flowers here, and it was enough. I have a little bit, maybe 1 gram left, maybe less. I probably already put it maybe like in the garbage or somewhere. Maybe not in the garbage. Sometimes I use it like a ribbon on a gift. Use leftover of yarn what I can't use it anywhere anymore, because Soft Donegal Tweed as a like crop yarn is not very well. It's a stick with everyone. So yeah, what I would like to show you here. First of all, it was incredibly difficult for first time color work to use 3 colors in one row. I was just almost crying and continue to knit. Another thing, what my color work looks ugly, and this is just really to say, and I see it, and I know a lot of people do it much better than me, but of course in any case I will continue to knit it. And the only thing what I hope what it will look better after washing. Last time I also showed you I had this little sample what I did a long time ago with Soft Donegal Tweed, and this is 2 colors of this dark and pink. Yeah, and this looked the same ugly as my sweater before before washing. After it's not so bad. I would not say that it's perfect, but not so bad. So yeah, I'm planning to, so it's separated on 2 needles now, because I would like to show you and try it. After I record the video, I will finish the row, put it on probably on a cable or something like this, and I will wash it, because I just can't look at this very bad color job. And another thing that I'm planning to do, I will measure it before I wash it, and I hope it will shrink. It's just my hope, because I will try it on now and you will see. Maybe I will not put microphone back, but if you see, sorry, I want a little bit, sorry. Yep. So if you see this ragline line, as I said you, yeah, it's a little bit lower. So this is my armpit. And this garment much lower than my ragline line in previous project, so it will be super long yoke, but it's not wide. So if it will be super wide, I can probably lift my hand very easy. But I'm not talking anything bad about it now, but I hope it will updated after washing, so it will shrink a little bit, it's my hope, and it became a little bit wider. It's not tight to me now, but if it will be the same length as I have now, I will get a problem. I'm supposed to be maybe 20 centimeters higher, to... No, in any case, if I will be high, I think raglan line almost similar to everyone. So I just probably supposed to have different burst diameter. So anyway, I don't know. I will remove it and put my microphone back. So what I'm planning to do, and just a second. Yeah. So what I'm planning to do, I put it on separate cable, wash it, and I have a I hide all tails except one, because here I know what it's back of my shoulder, to divide these stitches on sleeves and etc., because I have a little bit short rows here. Yeah, and before publishing the video I put a little bit footage here, the same with garment before and after washing. Maybe it will be not dry, but we will see together if it became better or not. So it's my huge work in progress, but I'm not working on it constantly. The only thing what I force myself is finish color work before recording this video, and after that I have, I think, couple months before lilac bushes start blooming here. And another work in progress, actually, two lovely ladies, one from England and another from Norway, so inspired me to use Icelandic yarn. So, but I was not able to resist anymore. One is Free Your Ship podcast, thanks a lot Anastasia, and another one is Daria from Daria Nikrasovich podcast. Yeah, they use a lot of Icelandic yarn, and they talk about it a lot in their garment or in their podcast. So I just visited a yarn store, local yarn store, and they had not a lot but some let loppy in their stash. And actually lady in the shop said that let loppy was several years in their stash, and she doesn't know if they will like update store and buy more, because it's just not a lot of different colors. It's just some brown and some gray, I believe. But because I didn't know how it will work with me, my previous, like, this color work was so bad. I will put it here. And I know a lot of people make sweaters with let loppy. I decided to try on two balls and see how it will work. So I bought one very light gray and another dark gray, so just two balls. And I decided to need mittens for my husband. Yeah, and this is beginning. Oop. Lights for my husband, because this yarn is rustic, I would say. I don't know how it will after washing, but now it's pretty itchy for my hands, and my top of the hands very sensitive. I just had some problems a couple years ago, and since that time anything rustic, I start like itching it and I can't stop. So I don't use any this kind of yarn for my mittens or gloves, but I can put it on. This is a pattern from Ravelry, but I don't remember how it's called. I put it, name is here. And this is actually like a dog or a wolf paw. And I truly to say did one mistake. I have to unravel a couple rows because I forgot a little nail pattern here. But it's not a big deal. And the only thing I'm wondering that for women's size it's called for 4.5mm needles, and for men's size it's called for 5mm needles, and I use 5mm, but it's so tight, I would say, for on my husband, because as you see it's pretty fine on me. And length for men and women size is the same. Yeah, so I don't know how it will in the end, but I hope everything will be fine, and I will just try to stretch a little bit when I will wash it, so I have to remove it already. And I don't know how it's method called, but I do not have any. So I twist my threads in a stitch, yeah, in every stitch except I believe here, because sometimes there is 2 white stitches. Oops, stuck here. And sometimes I just do not twist them. Yeah, like here it's white and white. Yeah, but what I definitely can say, it's much more pleasure to work with Let Loppy in colourwork compared with Soft Donegal Tweed. I think because it's much thicker. Yeah, and my stitches here already looks better than I think after washing will be my another garment. But you know, I did it yesterday during we watched some like YouTube or something, I don't even remember. And yeah, I spent so less time on this, almost half of the mitten, and I think it's great. Yeah, even our winter is almost over. We will have another winters, and I just so wanted to try this yarn, and I know a lot of have problems to buy it now because it's became so popular. But I also saw there are some local farms that produce probably it's called like loppy yarn. I don't know, maybe we have Icelandic sheep, or it's type of how to make yarn from the fleece. I don't know, I saw it here in a local farms store, but because I had nothing to compare with, like with original Icelandic loppy, I didn't know is it the same or not, and now I can already compare if I finish garment that with that yarn. And I started another work in progress. Oops. It's nothing to see yet truly, but this is beginning of November 2020 by Anki Strick. Yeah, this is all what I have now, and I knitted with drop sky yarn, and I don't have enough one color yarn for all garment, but I have black, so probably I will do something like this in gray, and after it will be black, probably. I think so. Yeah, so from time to time I'm working on it, and it's so soft. Yeah, it's amazing soft yarn. I like it. So, and I also keep it in my project bag that has original garment of Russian folklore, I believe. Yeah, traditional art. And my mother-in-law did this project bag for me. If you see, there is a beautiful, yeah, it's difficult to see, there is a beautiful sewing type, I don't know how it's called, but this is like a flower roll, and this is amazing, beautiful, and it has threads to tie it, but I usually just do not use it, and 2 little pockets inside. And my mother-in-law did it when She had got a cancer and she left her job, and she was so not useful to people anymore. Like, she used to be a doctor, and she was so like upset. And at that time I asked her to make a lot of project bags for me, and I was trying to sell it online, but truly to say, almost no one bought it. But we just didn't know how it's useful. Yeah, and I just like a little bit bigger size because I can put bigger garment there. And I have another one. I think this fabric from IKEA, and this is on zip. I just put a little pom-pom here. Yeah, and this is also has beautiful yeah, you see it, it's a little bit better to see. Yeah, I like this one more as well. It's like a letter size bag. So because no one trying to buy it and I need project bag for myself, so I use some of them, and I asked her to make some more because sometimes I have more projects, but now she doesn't have mood to make it for me. But yeah, thank for her, she did some. And this is all my work in progress, and now I would like to jump on yarn and another stuff, because it's became a little bit long video. First of all, I would like to share one amazing tool. Yeah, what I saw in Crazy Lady, no, not Crazy Lady, Crazy Sock Lady podcast, I think so. And in the one podcast she talked about this kind of lamp. She ordered it online, and when I saw it, I don't remember why she decided to bought it, but this is actually for me solving problem of knitting in machine in the car, because during our trips I like to knit during we are driving, but in the evenings it's impossible to do, and if I'm trying to switch on light in the car, it interrupt to my husband. So, and we thought about how to make it, and finally she's give me idea how to make it. And yeah, this is not buttons here, but it just like touch buttons, and there is cold light, no light, cold, warm, like yellow, you see it, yeah, and mixed all them together, so it's and yellow and blue together, and this is what I like more, and nothing. But there is a button here as well, but you can switch off all the lamp. And the another amazing thing what I did not thought when I bought it, that it's no battery here, it's charge, but one charge battery inside, and I think it's super convenient, because I prefer to use like a battery instead of batteries. It's more difficult to compost them, or like to put them in a garbage. Yeah, so this is amazing thing. I did not try it, but I hope that in the nearest weeks we will go to mountains and I will try it on, and finally we'll be able to knit in the evening in the car. Yeah. So another, just put my basket here. Another thing I will show you very quickly. It's the same Drops North yarn into different shades. What I bought specially for my friends. I'm going to make socks for them, and it will be the same socks, but one for husband and one for his wife. I think you understand who's who. And yeah, just make a little gift for them. And yeah, so it's for them. And another yarn what I did not show last time, but I bought it I think month ago, but because I was planning to gift one skein for my friend, I just didn't want to show it in episode because she's watching it as well. So this is Donegal yarn from or Latvia or Lithuania. Sorry, I always messed up these countries by some reason. I mean, I don't remember who producing this yarn. So this is 100% wool, and I have 3 different colors. It's pink, yellow, brownish. It's gray yellow, I would say. And I also have like this one. It's very earth colors, I would say. It's beautiful. So, and in the beginning I was planning to make a colourwork sweater for myself, using this yarn together with Soft Donegal Tweed, but I will think about it now twice because I didn't finish this guy yet. And another one I'm planning to make like a scarf, shawl, big scarf on knitting machine, again using it together with Soft Donegal Tweed, like stripes. I know that a lot of people say that it's super rustic yarn, but I like it. It's strange, yeah, but it's not itchy for me for my neck. Definitely it's much softer than that loppy. It just doesn't have long hairs in it. Rustic. Yeah, so I just love it a lot. And yeah, it's difficult to see different shades of color, but there is green, brown, more dark brown, more light green. Yeah, it's beautiful color, and it's not so big difference in brightness in them. So this is all, and yeah, I have some skeins and hope I will make something on my knitting machine and will be able to show you next time. And last time I already told you what I'm writing down, how much yarn I bought and how much I spent. And this month I needed 250 grams of yarn. This is actually socks, and I bought 1250 grams of yarn. So it's together with almost 1 kilo of, one skein is 200 grams, so almost 1 kilo of Donegal in my stash now. But on a knitting machine it will be easy to use it. The only thing, it's better to have, I have standard class of knitting machine. It's better to use maybe not chunky but a little bit loose class, because the garment will be pretty tight. Yeah, and this is it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed, and please tell me what you need or drink or do something during watching my episode, and I will be happy to keep in touch with you in the comments. And yeah, see you next time, and have a great week. Bye.